like to acknowledge that we're located and gathered on Treaty 1 territory and on the ancestral lands of the Anishinaabe Cree, Ojibwe Cree, Dakota, and Dene people, and on the homeland of the Red River Métis Nation. As we gather in Treaty 1 territory, it is important to recognize and honor Treaty 3, in particular Shoal Lake 41st Nation, source of Winnipeg's clean drinking water. Please rise if you are able and remove your hats for the playing of O Canada.
Welcome, hockey fans, back to tonight's game as we get set for Game 4 here of the first round of the MMJHL playoffs. So Pembina Valley Twisters rolling into Seven Oaks, where the Raiders Junior Hockey Club are up against the wall here to start the game. Coming into this one down 3 games to 0 in the series. Raiders, they play it in off the draw, and Hepner now will pick it up for the Twisters. Hepner, and he'll able to dig it out of the zone. That's it on net. Savoy holds on for the whistle. Savoy getting the start after being off for game number 3. Gets back in this one. And he's definitely kept his Raiders team as close as they can in the 2 games he played in this series. And they're back ready set to go in off the draw. Howden trying to work it around the corners, and out of the corner boards, here come the Raiders. They'll clear it all the way down off the stick of Dick and Powell to the side by LaRock, who gets the start after the shutout in Game 3, his first start. The MMJHL playoffs and his first ever home win in the MMJHL. On the near side, Alexiak plays that in. LaRock behind the net. He'll play it to Hepner. He had the game winner back here in Game 2. Now getting out of traffic and spinning around, getting it out of there's the Oleksiak and putting that in on the side, and that's an opportunity from Gabranson. He has 3 points in this series, right up there with Oleksiak, as well as Merrick DeGrave. And points leaders in the series so far. Pembina Valley Twisters working from behind their own net. Long stretch pass, and here they come out of the zone, and it's going to play it ahead right away. And a nice play there by the Raiders, keeping this Twisters team at bay. Raiders behind their own net here, getting ready to set something up. As they take it out from behind, long stretch pass here on the go-ahead. Walking in, Kazak, and he just put that off the mark on that opportunity. And he'll leave it back. Here's an opportunity for the Twisters going the other way. It's Sutherland through traffic, and he'll work it, gets it right back from Gertson, couldn't finish. And the Raiders pushing it up on the near side. That's deflected in off Whitehead. Twisters corral the puck in the neutral zone and play that in on Savoy. Gertson on the rebound. Whacking at it. Loose puck there again on the near side, now controlled by Sutherland. A 7 plays it in on the backhand, and that's broken up off a couple sticks of the Raiders. And Nate Branson finds the puck on his stick, and he'll work it ahead as Henry walks into the zone. And that hit will rub him out of the play, and the Twisters will try and get some possession here in the defensive zone as the skirmish for the puck continues. Jamming at it, Raiders hold the zone. Nice play there by White. Still working at it there in the near corner boards and getting it out now is Russell. Van Dynes, he'll play that one in, and the Twisters are able to go for a change. Jamming at it in the far side corner boards. Twisters come through with the puck, shot by Poet. And on the save, holding on is Savoy. And Owen Savoy will bring a whistle. 17:05 into the opening frame. Shots are 2-1 in favor of the Pan Valley Twisters. Off the draw, Hepner. And he'll try and play that in. Hepner now, he'll work it all the way around behind the net. Heldon's there first to play. And he'll work it out to Gabranson, and with that, they're able to get it out as Lawrence plays it in. Working with it, here's the Raiders. And Lawrence, his shot doesn't get through the traffic and just wide of the net. Another chance now here. Whiteside plays it back to the point, deflected in on net. And that's pushed over by LaRock. Jamming that in. Net comes up, not off the moorings, as they still fight for that puck behind the Pan Valley Twisters net. Raiders able to hold the line just for a moment. And clearing that one in is Mark Paulette before going for a change. Twisters pick it off at the blue line, and Cohen Thomas fires in on net. Savoy holds on for a whistle. And that's how we sit through the opening 4 minutes. Shots not up at 2 apiece. Goaltenders perfect early on. And the Twisters will get tossed from the draw, and they'll set to reduce. Twisters trying to build on their 4-0 shutout at home in Game 3. Quick shot in, wide of the net. Behind the net, fighting with it. And that loose puck again, corralled by the Twisters. And Carrolls couldn't get much on that shot, and Owen Savoy will hold on for a whistle. Owen Savoy comes into this one, save percentage of .922, goals against average of 3.03. In the first 2 games of the series. Savoy will leave that one behind the net. Twisters, though, they'll intercept that. Into the slot, Carrolls fires wide, rebound, jamming at it, and Savoy managed to keep it out. What a nice play by Savoy. Still jamming at that puck. Savoy lost his stick on the play, and now gets kicked to him. And get Branson. He'll work it ahead to Jack Alexiak. Alexiak into the zone. Looking. Twisters now with the puck. They'll move it around and get it out of here and up the zone. Here come the Twisters in on the rush, jamming at it again. Couldn't get a decent opportunity away. As Russell trying to find the puck, he finds Joliker. Joliker shot through traffic, and that won't go. Gerd gets his stick on. Joliker knocks him off the puck, but was not able to stand himself, still on his feet. And as he hits ice, it's the Raiders going the other way, dodging a hip check and losing the puck there on the hit by Wood. Behind the net now, puck comes in front where the Twisters will work on the near side. Joliker, he'll get it up to DeGrave. DeGrave walking in, leading the Twisters in scoring in the playoffs with 3 points and holding on for a save. They'll bring a stoppage in play. As Merrick DeGrave has 2 goals and assists, and matching him on the other side of the ice is 18 of Nate Branson, with also 2 goals and assists. The only other person with 3 points in this one, as we mentioned before, is Jack Alexiak. And the Raiders, tough break for them, get called at the line. And Jack Alexiak has through his sisters. A look at that replay here. And Alexiak down, jamming at it. And he's able to keep it out. Shots are 6-2 in favor of the Pembina Valley Twisters. 6 into the opening frame. White. Trial fan on that, picked off by Gertson. Gertson walks in and off a stick and out of play. Now bring a stoppage in play here at 13:58. I'm your host, Billy Brandt, and along with my cameraman, Josh Keck, as we await the drop of the biscuit as the referee gets a new frozen disc of rubber. Southern Laurel's into the draw here for the Twisters. Lasville beats him on that one, and White works it all the way around from Dandino. And played in right away by Jacob Carrolls at the line for the Twisters. Out them behind the net. Turnover, Gertson, quick shot. Savoy with the answer in return. So Savoy starting right where he left off in this series, keeping his team at bay, even when facing a plethora of shots, as they're getting outshot 7-2 early on in this one. And Savoy has so far has been able to back his team. And getting it right away out of there as the Twisters working ahead for is Jacob Carrolls, played right back where Carrolls will work with it out of there to Bergman. And out of the zone now for the Twisters. Paulette giving chase. And Kupachuk, he'll work it out of there. Long stretch pass for the Raiders gets picked off, and they'll have to regroup in their own zone. Gabranson with the puck on his stick. He'll turn that one over to Cody Clark. And Clark plays it in off the glass. Behind the net and a hard hit there. Kupachuk standing his man up on that one. That's Paulette. Received that one and dodging the puck there. Nice play there by the Raiders. So they won't get caught in too many men. As Paulette again going at, but then Dano down low. Raiders, they'll work it around and now get it out of the zone. As just out of the reach of Gabranson. And off the stick of Carrolls and in as he'll take a little bit of a hit there from Lawrence. And puck gets cleared in. Getting good pressure there by Lawrence and the Raiders. Still jamming at that puck. Cohen Thomas now trying to get it on his stick. Corralled by the Raiders. And Whiteside makes a nice little pass to Lawrence. Lawrence walks in. And Wood rubs him out. Raiders controlling behind the Twisters net. And now the Twisters will finally work it around. Try and get it out there. There's a shot in on net. The Rock makes the save on that one. He hasn't seen many tonight early on in this one. And Cohen Thomas trying to jam that one ahead as Klippenstein tries to work it in on the near side. Guilford now past his stick to White. And Henry working with it. He'll walk into the zone. He has Gabranson with them. As Klippenstein, and he gets picked from the puck. DeGrave, he'll work that across and right back to Hepner as the Twisters make most of the width of the ice. Now to Joliker. Joliker through traffic, and that rolls off his stick. He'll chase after that and take it down low. Now to DeGrave. DeGrave back to the point. There's a shot from the point. That doesn't get through the traffic. Raiders with the opportunity trying to go the other way. And a little bit of a tie-up ends that opportunity as Gallagher gives chase on LaRock. LaRock gets it out of there and plays it into the corner boards for the Twisters. He'll dig it out. Again, is Joliker trying to go through the defense there. And the roadblock able to knock it off the Twister stick, and the Raiders now. Long stretch pass, and it got deflected. So icing waved off. Bad play there by the Twisters. That's a turnover. Henry with it now here in the attack zone right to the slot. And the Raiders couldn't get a shot away. Behind the net, Seven Oaks looking. Skates atop the circle and fires that just over the mark. Here's another opportunity, and that one blocker saved by LaRock. Working now down low with that loose puck. Joliker off his stick and right onto the stick of the Raiders. That's what it says, shot in on net. And holding on for a whistle, and he'll give Joliker a little tap after. 10-10 on the clock. Shots are 7-4 in favor of the Pembina Valley Twisters. As we near the midway of the opening frame, both teams still getting a feel for each other early on in this one. Raiders can't hold the zone off the draw, enough to regroup all the way in their own zone. Come catch with it, and he'll work it up to Alexiak. And into the zone here they come. And jamming at it there on the far boards. And Senchuk's rush will come to an end. Raiders in their own zone with the puck. Able to get past Clark. And walking in, Kupachak. Well, let's play that in. And here come the Twisters now, able to pass that one out of the zone. Here's a chance for Bergman to Clark. Clark, and off the mark on that opportunity. Here's another opportunity. Twisters walk in, and that gets played up into the netting, bring a stoppage in play. They're going to say it's off a Raiders stick, so it'll stay in the zone. And 9:18 on the clock into the back half of the opening frame. Shots are 8-4 in favor of the Pembina Valley Twisters. It's the Raiders, along with three other teams, all in tonight's action, with their backs at home up against the wall, trying to push for another game and extend the series. And the Raiders work it out. Here comes Henry. Henry walking in. Played across, and we got a penalty coming up here. And we got first power play opportunity coming here to the Seven Oaks Raiders. And the Raiders Junior Hockey Club so far, their power play hasn't done much, hasn't done anything with that. And there's the call for Rowan Russell there. As walking into the zone. We see it called. Power play opportunity number one for the Raiders. White, he'll work it to Alexiak. Alexiak through traffic first, it's just wide on the net. And they'll play that across. Shot in on net. Save made on that opportunity. And as we talked about how abysmal both teams' power plays have been, you can also look at the penalty kills on the flip side of that. Have been brilliant in this series. Only one power play goal as Carroll walks in, short-handed, and fires that 10 feet wide. Cohen Thomas trying to hold the zone, and he'll come out where the Raiders will set it up again. Busvio, he'll play it in. Long stretch pass, Hepner. He'll corral it, trying to work it out to White. White plays it in at the line. And that one didn't quite make it to Alexiak. He'll have to give chase after that one. And a nice hit there by Weeb. Gets him off the puck and is able to clear it. 8:10 on the clock and counting. Raiders behind their net. 53 seconds on the man advantage for the Seven Oaks Raiders Junior Hockey Club as they walk into the zone. Still jamming at that one. And here's the opportunity for Weeb. He's got to go to make much of it. He's got a little bit of 2-on-1 across, backhand, and another amazing save by Owen Savoy. Sunchuk, he'll play that to DeGrave. To Carrolls. And the Twisters are able to ice that down. 20 seconds to go here on the man advantage for the Raiders. Raiders managing one shot so far on their man advantage as they walk in. Long stretch pass into the zone. And again, broken up, and Paulette is able to send that all the way down the ice. We're back to even strength. Not much opportunity as we talked about on the power play, and we'll see what they can do again 5-on-5 as Clark misplays that to Henry. And now Clark gets it again on the near side for the Twisters. Still working for it. That loose puck. Cody Clark with the puck on his stick. He'll try and get that to Hepner. Gallagher intercepts that one. And the shot couldn't hold on to it. Twisters work around their own zone as Hepner. Long stretch pass off the skate of Van Dynes and into the zone. Van Dynes working with it. A couple Raiders there. And Bergman picks up the puck. Gertson shot on net. Save made. Gertson rebound. Another save. Puck still loose. There's a shot. And the Twisters couldn't find the back of the net. Jacob Carroll's trying to put something through traffic and he can't. He'll get it right back. And another save. Diving in, the Twisters score! It's the Twisters striking first. And finding the back of the net is Brett Bergman. And here as we look at the replay here, a bunch of saves there. And there's another great one. And finally the Twisters find the back of the net. So Savoy could only do so much there before a whistle came, and it ended up with Bergman finding the back of the net as LaRock holds on for a whistle. Bring a stoppage in play here. 5:47 on the clock. As Jack Alexiak looks on into the draw, beating Carroll's on that one. Twisters now here. 2-on-1 going the other way. Cohen Thomas plays it in.
Goals were number 9, Brett Bergman, and assist number 13, Riley Gordon, and number 21, Alex Van Danes.
Sad.
Goal 14:01.
At Gertson and Van Dynes onto the assist there on the Bergman goal. Seven Oaks working it up on the far side. Dick, he'll pin his man. That's Alexiak against the boards, or Alexiak comes in to help. As Fashuk was trying to work ahead for it, Gabranson walks in with the puck on his stick. Stops, waits, fires, rings that one off the crossbar. Great opportunity there for Gabranson and his Raiders, looking for his third of the series as they walk in again. Into the slot, Gabranson wasn't expecting that one, couldn't keep it on his stick. Into the final 5 here of the opening frame. As off a couple sticks there, Carroll's trying to get it out of there. On the near side, still working with it. Here comes Jacob Carroll, or here comes Weeb. And he'll leave it to Joliker. Joliker to really work for that puck. A great defensive play by Henry. And he lays a nice hit on there to finish off that play. Meanwhile, Weeb centers to Russell. Russell fans on that one. Here's an opportunity for the Raiders. If they got steam, they can go walking in. And Kuzik, he misplays that one. Picked up now by Russell. Here comes Russell. Some good back and forth hockey. Twisters walk in. Joliker, and that one slides off his stick. Glove down. And a nice play there by the Raiders to calm down. Raiders walk into the zone. And off a couple big hits. Henry trying to work with it. And the Twisters, they'll push that one ahead. Hit on net, Savoy makes a save. Couldn't hold on to it though. And the Raiders able to work it ahead. Now they'll turn that one over to Joliker again. And Joliker working it. He'll play it all the way across to Carroll's from DeGrave through traffic. And the Raiders get a couple sticks on that. Lawrence trying to get to that puck. He got set down instead at the line. And Savoy, he'll leave that on. And the Raiders will take it up from their own zone. Kupchak, he'll play that all the way down, and he'll get charged with an icing at 3:15. Shots 13-5 in favor of the Pembina Valley Twisters. Off the draw, Polak, quick shot through traffic and holding on against Savoy for the whistle. And they're back ready here for the draw. The draw, Twisters win. And Gertson couldn't get at the line. Fashuk, right down in on him, and the Raiders pick that one up here in the offensive zone as they'll take it all the way behind the net, back to the point to White. White plays it ahead, trying to glove that down is Gallagher. And they misplay that. Gallagher here gets around his stick, walking into the zone. And off the stick of Van Dynes and out of play. Nice play by Kyle Van Dynes to break that one up. 2:43 on the clock. And Henry rolls into the draw. Hepner trying to get it over there. White pressuring to hold the line. Gallagher now with the puck. Loose puck off the stick of Henry. Battling forward, and the Twisters jamming it ahead from Cohen Thomas to Carrolls as Carrolls gets pinned on the far boards. Gertson will work it back to the line. And the Raiders are able to send it right down. And Hepner will corral that puck in his own zone. Hepner now skates into the Raiders zone. Still going with it. Goes through traffic. And he comes down. Takes out Savoy. Bring a stoppage in play as the net comes off. So Hepner loses his footing while going through the D and takes out Savoy. Savoy gets up. A little shaken up. Shakes it off. Looks good. So got stick might have broke on the play. Gets a new stick there. Net's back on the board. So the faceoff, of course, will come out of the zone. As Hepner initially contact. Alexiak and Sutherland set in on the draw. And Sutherland beats him on that one, being the Raiders captain. And misplaying that one right to him as Alexiak walks in, fires. LaRock puts it around behind the net. Where the Raiders pick it up, it's now Alexiak on his stick. He puts into the slot. And the only one there is Gertson. As Gertson takes it the other way, he's got a point in tonight's game. Pressure by Gerd. Working with it now as the referee gets out of the corner to Russell at the line. Glove that one down and doesn't get through the bodies up front. Blocking that one, Dandino able to block it. Works it up to Goodbranson. And Sunchuk plays that into the zone. Under 90 seconds to go here in the opening frame. Twisters cleared all the way down. Kopachak on his stick. Gets past one guy. And he'll work it into the Twister zone now through traffic. And that puck gets flicked all the way over the glass. Bring a stoppage in play. Got triple ones on the clock. Shots are 14-6 in favor of the Penn Valley Twisters. They lead 1-0 on a Brett Bergman goal. And off the draw. Twisters, they blow a tire. Joliker gets knocked off the puck by Henry. And now Joliker with the puck on his stick. Into the final minute. Here comes Joliker through traffic. Waiting. And off the stick. Good break up there by the Seven Oaks Raiders. Just couldn't make it to DeGrave. DeGrave now with the puck on his stick, and he gets nudged off. Joliker takes it in his feet. And he'll work it into the corner and go and apply some help as Kopachuk pushes him out of the play, and Henry will get it out of there. Henry clears it all the way down, and the Twisters play that almost a very weak icing charge against the Raiders there at the end. And Weeb, he'll play it in under 20 seconds to go. White now from up behind his own net, long stretch pass off of Whiteside. Hepner back there. He'll turn that one over to Goodbranson. Goodbranson walks in, fires, blocked. Rebound, Goodbranson, wrap around. Shot, the Raiders score with 3 seconds left. The Raiders score 3.8. And the Twisters did stick through it all the way to the end. And we got a tie hockey game going into the break. And Lawrence, he finds the back of the net from Whiteside. Here's a look at that replay. And good rush by the Raiders around behind the net. Staying with it was Whiteside. And Lawrence cleans it up, finds the back of the net. We're not up at 1 apiece. 3.8 seconds to go in the opening frame. It's Lawrence from Whiteside. And the Twisters will play that out. There's the horn. So with 19:56 on the clock, the Raiders tie this one up. 1-1 after one. And with that, we'll go over your scoring here in this one. Twister started off with a goal from Brett Bergman, assist to Riley Gertz and Alex Van Dynes.
17, Owen Lorenko, and assist number 16, Logan Clemenstein, and number 15, Devin Whiteside. Time of the goal, 19:57.
So Oren Lorenko on the goal, Devin Whiteside on the assist, and as well as Logan Klippenstein picking up the assist. And we're not up at ones apiece after 20 shots. Finals through one is 14 for the Penn Valley Twisters, 7 for the Raiders Junior Hockey Club. That's Brett Bergman's first goal, second point of the playoffs. And for Lawrence Go, that's his first point of the playoffs. With that, we'll look at the out-of-town scoreboard. As we talked about, 3 games on tonight, as that Hawks and Raiders, Hawks and Vic series isn't on as they played the other day, with that series getting knotted up again. And with that, we bring you to the Rempel out-of-town scoreboard. Out in Fort Garry, with their backs up against the wall, the Twins. The Reals leading that one 1-0. 5:12 remaining in the first. And at 8 p.m., the Raylor Express, in a must-win situation, hosts the number 1 seed St. James Canucks. And with that, we'll go to break.
Come and discover the warmth and hospitality of Morris, home of the thrilling Manitoba Stampede. Nestled as the central hub on Highway 75, Morris is more than a town. It's a thriving nexus of business and community, with new industrial opportunities ready to break ground. Join us and make Morris your next investment.
A co-op is not a building. It's not a gas bar, a home center, or a food store. A co-op is a group of people working together to help each other, to feed, to fuel, to build community. This is where we work. This is where we live. This is who we are. We are early risers. We are trusted neighbors. We are committed to serving you. We are Co-op.
Paul Brandt Trucking, a chance meeting years ago that turned into an incredible friendship. Turns out we have the same name. Now that's something that doesn't happen every day. But as I've had the opportunity to work with this exceptional award-winning company, I've come to understand that there is something that happens every day with Morris, Manitoba's Paul Brandt Trucking. They deliver quality. Paul Brandt Trucking has helped me to do business better. My trucking company of choice since they first appeared in the Convoy video. Their world-class fleet and personnel literally keep the show on the road, delivering our gear and stage production each and every night. Congratulations, Paul Brandt Trucking, on 50 years of traditional values, modern methods, and for service with excellence on every single run. We'll catch you on the flip-flop. Bye-bye.
Saving for your child's education doesn't need to be stressful. Access offers a wide range of investment options to help you and your family's future, like a registered education savings plan. With the flexibility to deposit anytime throughout the year, you decide when and how much to contribute, making it easy to save for your child's education. Contact us today to start your savings plan so you can spend more time celebrating your child's future. Access Credit Union, where you need us to be.
And both teams set and ready to go as the gates open and everyone pours out from the tunnels. And as we get underway here for the start of the second frame, I'm your host, Billy Brown, along with my cameraman, Josh Keck. I'd like to make a sincere apologies for everyone watching Game 3. And again, just so, we had a couple issues there with that third period and with the internet. So, we apologize for what you may have missed from that game. Back here and ready to go, though, for the next set of 20 minutes. 1-1 in this game. Brett Bergman getting the Twisters off to a decently quick start. And meanwhile, the Raiders. Blurdsco finding the back of the net. 3.8 seconds on the clock. Makes us knot up at ones after one. And what's been a slow going game to start, they're ready to go again here and continue to put the pedal down as the atmosphere picked up later on in that frame. Shots 14-7 in favor of Pembina Valley after one. Raiders 0 for 1 on the only power play opportunity. We're ready. Whiteside in the draw with Carrolls, and on the top, here we go as the Twisters played into the zone to start off the second. Cohen Thomas, he gets bumped off the puck to Whiteside. Whiteside works it around behind the net. Raiders, he'll get that all the way down past Hepner. And Hepner gets taken out, and they play on. Some physical activity to follow that altercation. Lawrence getting out and being part of that too. After just tying this one up not too long ago, especially you go in as by game time. Jamming at that puck, there's a Raider down on it. It looks like it's Whiteside, can't see his number. And now the puck gets out of there. But the Raiders able to hold the zone on that far side. Through traffic, here come the Raiders. And Halden could get a shot away. The puck just came right off his stick, and now he does. And holding on for a whistle is Logan Ends as the Twisters made a goaltender substitution there at the frame. So Logan Ends comes into the series with 2 wins. Or comes into the game here with 2 wins and a shutout in the first game, 1-0. And he was the winning goaltender after that long night here, double overtime. And what ended up being a high-scoring thriller, 6-5. Raiders behind their own net. And they're going to play out with a high stick. And Kupchak arguing that didn't look like much of a high stick, but nevertheless, that's what the referee called. That's what we got with 18:42 on the clock here as they get ready to regroup on the draw. DeGrave set for the Twisters and bouncing puck on that one. Won by the Seven Oaks Raiders, and they'll work it on the near side. Weeb plays it right back in for the Twisters. And the Raiders, they'll play it in on the far side, all the way down behind the net. Ends goes out to play it. And he'll work that all the way around off the stick of Weeb. Weeb gets it right back on the give and go from DeGrave. Weeb walking in. Back to Joliker, and he can find DeGrave in the slot. As he got pinned up there by Sanchuk, who now comes through at the puck. Sanchuk working his way up ice with that puck. And that comes all the way in, where the Raiders work it right back out. Off a couple sticks as well as Carrolls gets it out of the zone for just a momentarily there. As Ends leaves it for Van Dynes. Van Dynes to DeGrave. To his captain and Jacob Carrolls of the zone to Joliker, who puts it all the way behind the net for Savoy. Twisters had to be careful playing that one on the line change. And that one off the high glass in tight. Now Russell, he'll put it behind the net for Van Dynes. Van Dynes working with it. Back to the point. Across for Russell, and his shot just wide. Rebound. Opportunity there for the Twisters, and can't do much with it. Back to the line. And again around behind the net for Gertson. Russell, he'll play that one across. There's a shot on net just wide. And Owen Savoy making the save on that opportunity, and Gertson just fires it over the net. As he's got assist in tonight's game. Dantano still getting pinned by Sutherland against the boards as they move the skirmish for that puck to the Rignet line, where that gets cleared all the way down by the Raiders. By Lasvio, he'll go for a change. Kuzik found the puck on his stick. He can't do much. Whether there gets played all the way out of the zone to Heldon. Heldon plays it up and trying to find Henry a little bit off on that one. Russell in after it with Henry, and that loose puck controlled by the Raiders. Kuzik to Heldon, and that gets blocked. Another opportunity, and that won't go for the Raiders. Twisters clear it out. And Twisters get a little bit slow in their change. Both teams seeing a little bit slow, not really as we're talking off air in the intermission, that it has been a little bit of a slow game going here. Doesn't really have that playoff atmosphere that the first three did. As the Raiders on the far side get nudged a little bit off the puck, and Fishek picks it up. Fishek walks in front, and Henry just couldn't get a shot away. Awesome opportunity for the Raiders. They had a golden opportunity in front, couldn't find the back of the net, as Fishek just couldn't get enough on that one. Hepner works it around and into the zone by Dick. And quick move there by Bergman, who has the goal for the Twisters in this one on the forecheck. And that's something the Twisters really need to get going, as that has been what's really helped them in the first three games of this series, is going out there and being really aggressive with their forecheck. As the Raiders continue now in the defensive zone, trying to get it off. And a nice hit there by Kyle Van Dynes. And holding on for a whistle will be Owen Savoy at 14:54. Here's a replay by that hit. Great opportunity by Henry earlier on at the other side, and not much of a hit, but it's been the best we've seen tonight so far, and that's Kyle Van Dynes getting out there. Van Dynes off the draw, quick shot wide of the net. And the Raiders jam it all the way down the ice, and linesman's hand up. We got an icing coming your way here, bringing another stoppage in play, as Van Dynes was first back for the Twisters. So again, opening 5 gone on the clock in the period. Both teams filling each other out. Shots are one apiece in the period. And we'll see if they'll get the physicality and the energy that they had in Game 3 going again here in this game. Weed behind the net. Goes through traffic, and a nice play to get it out of there. And up ahead, as might have got away there with a knee by his two guys collide. But Klippenstein about to work it out of the zone as Joliker goes the other way now. He'll let back to Carroll's in on net. Just wide, trying to get a deflection. Tight was DeGrave. DeGrave works it back to Van Dynes. And for Weeb. Loose puck, still working with it. Weeb gets it to DeGrave. And DeGrave plays it down low as the Twisters trying to get some space here and sort things out. As Van Dynes plays it to Weeb. DeGrave got in a little bit of a tango with Lawrence Coe in front. And the Raiders are able to clear it out of the zone. Here's what's a long skate by him, and so go will be at the icing. As the Raiders controlling dangerously. There's a shot on net. Loose puck, still working at it in the feet. Dano, he'll work it off a couple Twisters. That's off Joliker, and here comes Carrolls. Carrolls splits the D. Walking in, Xander Carrolls, and a save made on that opportunity. Both teams with great opportunities, and Dano looks like he took a hard slash there on that one. Still working with it on the near side. There's Russell, a shot in on net, and that won't go. Cohen Thomas back to the point. Across for Russell, shot just wide of the net. And Griswold still send that all the way down. Icing waved off. Good Branson. Good hustle as the Twisters just not on the ball, both teams. As Alexiak turns that one over. Wood into the zone, fires that one wide of the net. Van Dyne still working all the way around to Gertson. Gertson plays it down low behind the net. Dendano trying to get it out of the zone as he works with it. Pinned against the end boards, 12 on the clock and counting. Dendano plays it to himself, dodges the pickpocket, and now Gertson gets it there on the second try. Dick with the puck on his stick. He'll play that one into the zone. Raiders coming out from behind their own net. Senchuk looking on the near side for the puck and doesn't quite get to him. Alex Van Dyne plays it in. And Halden. So what he can do from behind his own net. He tries to work again on the near side to Senchuk. This time too far ahead. And Dick again plays it right back in with Gertson giving chase. And the Raiders curling that puck and getting it out of the zone into the attack zone momentarily. And the road blockage by the Twisters. Opportunity in front for Van Dynes and a paddle save on that opportunity. Hepner now working, goes down low, tries to circle back, plays it back to the point, and there's a shot deflected into the side. Dick working with it, and the Raiders clear that all the way down. Then there will be an icing this time at 10:59. Shots this period for the Raiders Junior Hockey Club, 1 for the Pembina Valley Twisters, 4. Here's an opportunity for the Twisters, one of a couple that they had there, going their way. As back to the live action. Raiders working around in the defensive zone. And Alexiak, he'll play that head forward glove down by Van Dynes. Van Dynes quickly fires it all the way across to Clark. A correction to Bergman. Bergman circles back. And not enough for that sauce pass. Oh, it does. To Van Dynes, now to Bergman. And Van Dynes now will lightly play that into the zone. In what has been a quiet period for a quiet game. As Kuzik plays it to Alexiak. Alexiak into the zone. And first Twister back is able to get it out. Almost out there. Helmnock comes in and comes through at the puck for a second. Twisters bat that down and get it out of the zone. Kuzik plays it back to Kopachak, and Kopachak fires it all the way down, and it's going to be another icing at 10:10. And as these icings count up here, it just shows how this game has been played and how it's going so far. But with that said, it's hasn't been brilliant by either team, and it can go either way in this 1-1 game. Both teams won with 1 goal. And there's an opportunity. Puck bounced up off the draw. Joliker shot on net, and holding on for the whistle is Alexiak. Or Savoy there, correction. On my part, and there's the opportunity on the quick shoot and fire off the draw for the Twisters. Russell, a play across, and Wood will just shoot it right at Humnock into his skates. Humnock and Wood jamming at it, and the Twisters able to play it into the zone. Raiders get past Joliker all the way down the ice. Icing waved off as Joliker was right there to play it. And Weeb's going to come up with that in his own zone and work it out on the near side. Skate right from DeGrave, and he'll play it in. Kuzik with the puck on his stick, he'll work it. And DeGrave will hold it right there as the skirmish for the puck ends up on the stick of the Raiders. Raiders trying to get it out of there. And the Raiders get it out of the zone to Russell. Russell plays it in, 11 minutes gone in the frame. And Kirkowitz will ice that one all the way down, bring the stoppage in play here at 8:50. Off the draw, played right in by Hepner. Behind the net. Raiders working at it. And pinned in the corner there as time continues to tick. Twisters working to the point to Dick. Behind the net for Gertson. Gertson has a assist tonight. He'll just play that one off the end of the net, and here the Raiders don't do much with it in return. As Kirkowitz, long stretch pass. And Kuzik on that shot save made. As Logan ends right there to read it. As the Raiders doing what they like to do best and what's worked well for them against the Twisters. Dendale waits. Still waits, goes down low. Like to play this long stretch hockey and jump on other teams' mistakes, and that's worked well for them in their games against the Twisters. Winning in their first, like talked about earlier on, the first meeting of the regular season here, doing that was a 2-1 overtime finish. Alexiak trying to work it past Van Dynes. Van Dynes plays it right back in off the side of the net. And Van Dynes again, first one there too, as Gerd works it, trying to get to Fashek behind the net. Cohen Thomas working with it. Dendale gets it out of there. And Dendale gets it up to Gallagher. Gallagher on the far side, he gets taken down. And Gerd behind the net. Jamming at it off a couple sticks. Twisters kick it into the zone. It's Kyle Van Dynes. And he looks a little bit shaken up on the play for the Twisters. Still working at that puck. And Gallagher finds it on his stick. And again, not fast enough for the Twisters there as the Twisters play right back in. Nice play by Carroll's, and he'll go for a change as Twisters swap out their D pairing for Wood and Russell. As the skirmish continues. Right at the red line in the boards. And that corner board skirmish. Working with it. And so it gets a little bit more physical with Guilford in there for the Twisters. Jamming at it against Halden. And the referee is still putting those whistles away. Dendano. To Fashek off his stick. Russell plays it in. Dendale behind the net. And Fashek. He'll play that in, deflected in by Lawrence Go. 6 on the clock. And the fans also letting the referees know it is. They've put the whistles away, like I said, only that one penalty. As Clark walks in, fires that one wide. Bergman picks it up, works it to Clark, now back to Bergman. And broken up by Lawrence Go as he gets taken down. And still fighting with it with Clark, and Clark gives him a little extra shot. Meanwhile, Whiteside goes the other way, and he gets knocked off the puck. And Russell picks it up. So pushing and shoving, and they're going to let him go. And the referee's got to step in here before this one gets out of hand if they continue to let them play like that. See here on the replay, didn't quite catch it there in time for y'all. But as you saw, a little bit of extra physical activity going on the ice as Halden plays in our nets with the game inside the game. Clark trying to work it out for the Twisters. As Whiteside is able to get all the way back. Let's go from the point. All the way around, Whiteside chasing. 5 minutes to go in the frame. And that puck gets cleared all the way down. They waved off icing though. So the Twisters are able to get in a change. And with that, let's see if Klippenstein can put it the other way to Alexiak. That won't go for them. Trying to catch the Twisters on a change. As Hepner walks in the other way. And Hepner fires that one off the glass. To DeGrave. DeGrave now. From Carroll's, and he puts that on top of the net. Puck came loose and fell behind the net. Dangerous opportunity there. Sorry, the puck got played aside. That's like part of the, don't know exactly what that is. There's a piece of equipment beside the net. And couldn't hold on to that one there. But Savoy, puck comes out. And the zone gets played right back in. I don't know if that's like a peg or what. It's thrown right back on top of her. Too small to be a water ball. Don't know exactly what debris that was there. First I thought it was a puck. Meanwhile, back to the point. Raiders shot just wide of the net. Jamming at it. And trying to get some energy going in this place here with 3:45 on the clock in the middle frame. Hepner on the near side. And this passes off to the Grave. They wave off icing though. It's Kupachuk. Rubbed out by the Grave. Behind the net. And Kurzgotz will play that one out of the zone. And he'll talk to the Grave behind the play. Meanwhile, Lawrence go home. He almost had his second of the night. And a turnover there by the Raiders, picked up by Weeb. Weeb walks into the zone. He'll play to Gertzen. Gertzen fires save made on that opportunity. And the Twisters are able to clear the zone. Under 3 to go. And we got they touched it with a high stick. That'll bring a stoppage in play as Carroll makes contact with the puck. Here's a look at that replay. And so they come into the zone, and there's opportunity for the Raiders. And just inches wide of the net. And there you saw the little bit of the banter going on in between DeGrave and Kirklitz. Puck comes into the zone for the Twisters, and the Raiders scoop that right up with his Gerd. And Gerd gets driven in right into the door there. The penalty box is by DeGrave. For the Raiders bench door, that hasn't been used yet tonight. And through traffic, a nice save by Enns on the shot from Dandale at the point. And Enns has a flash of the leather through traffic as Dandale rips that one, walks in from the point, and a nice save on that opportunity by Logan Enns. 2:23 on the clock. Enns now ready for the face-off from his left. Quick shot. Dandale waits, and Enns again has the answer on that one. Trying to get it out. Gerd now with the puck. He'll work it. Good. Branson plays it across. Dandale gets it all the way down the ice. They're going to charge him with an icing. In return, thought might have hit a stick going through the neutral zone. About 2:07, it's going to come all the way down in front of Savoy. And the face-off appealing on his glove side. Whiteside gets ready to go against Bergman. Awaiting the drop of the puck. Bergman beats him on the draw. Twisters. Quick shot through. Traffic deflected just wide of the net. Trying to hold the zones. Bergman. He'll get pinned against the boards. And it's off a couple picked up now here by the Raiders. Kuzik gets it out of there for Seven Oaks. And skips over some Savoy's stick behind the net. Clark couldn't get a stick on there. Hither could Bergman. That's Cody Clark, as Logan Clark is not in tonight due to the penalties accumulated in that last game. Still working now here comes Kuzik and his Raiders Junior Hockey Club, trying to get one late in the period as Clark gloves that one down. And Helden works that off the boards ahead to Dick. Dick regrouping, 70 seconds to go on the clock as that comes into the zone. White behind his net, he'll play that across. And the Twisters pick that off. Loose puck in front, save made on the opportunity by the Twisters. And that puck comes all the way down. Van Dynes picks it up. Savoy couldn't see it, and we got a hooking penalty coming up to the Raiders. So with 47.2 seconds, there's a look at that Twister scoring opportunity. And as I set that up here, then another great blocker save and the original pad save there by Savoy. Savoy will be ready now for the face-off. To his right. As Sam Sedchuk goes to the box for the 2 minutes for a hooking. At 19-13, off the draw, Twisters power play, who finally broke their drought in Game 3 with the lone power play goal. Weave into the zone, and a hard hit there. Nice play by the Raiders. Getting some physicality back into this one as the Twisters play it in. Kirkowitz, first one back. And off a couple sticks, controlled by the Raiders in the defensive zone. As we said, these penalty killers have been perfect in this series, almost perfect. Just a one power play goal by the Twisters, and with 5 seconds on the clock, that's going to do it. As the puck comes into the zone, followed by the bell, Twisters will have a minute 13, a power play opportunity going into the third period. Shots are 23-12 in favor of the Pembina Valley Twisters. Their shot totals after 40 will be with you. Here's a look at that replay there. Nice hit there by the Raiders, and some momentum with them going in to the third period following that hit. So after 40 minutes to play, Raiders total shots for that second period. They got a total of 5 shots in the second frame. The Pembina Valley Twisters ended with 9, giving us totals of 23 and 12 in favor of the Pembina Valley Twisters. And with that, we'll look at the Overtown scoreboard. No scoring. Twisters 0 for 1 on a power play that has not yet finished. So we'll leave that at that stats-wise. And with that, we jump around the league here. And the Twins battling against the wall, as we told you. They'll pull up our standings here and the bracket. So with the Twins up against the wall, giving up a goal in the first, they battled back, and in the first 8 minutes of the second period, they have got the lead 2-1. In that one, could be wrong in their first lead, though, I think, since early on in game 1 when they scored a minute in. And don't quote me on that, I may not be correct. And meanwhile, the Canucks, they're up 1-0, trying to put away the Railway Express in Transcona, and that is after 20. So that is how everyone stands around the league. With that, I'm your host, Benny Bradloff, my cameraman, Josh Keck. And we'll see for what should be a good, exciting third period. We're not up at 1 here in Seven Oaks. It's the Pembina Valley Twisters out shooting the Seven Oaks Raiders 23-12 through 40.
Come and discover the warmth and hospitality of Morris, home of the thrilling Manitoba Stampede. Nestled as the central hub on Highway 75, Morris is more than a town. It's a thriving nexus of business and community, with new industrial opportunities ready to break ground. Join us and make Morris your next investment.
A co-op is not a building. It's not a gas bar, a home center, or a food store. A co-op is a group of people working together to help each other, to feed, to fuel, to build community. This is where we work. This is where we live. This is who we are. We are early risers. We are trusted neighbors. We are committed to serving you. We are Co-op.
Paul Brandt Trucking, a chance meeting years ago that turned into an incredible friendship. Turns out we have the same name. Now that's something that doesn't happen every day. But as I've had the opportunity to work with this exceptional award-winning company, I've come to understand that there is something that happens every day with Morris, Manitoba's Paul Brandt Trucking. They deliver quality. Paul Brandt Trucking has helped me to do business better. My trucking company of choice since they first appeared in the Convoy video. Their world-class fleet and personnel literally keep the show on the road, delivering our gear and stage production each and every night. Congratulations, Paul Brandt Trucking, on 50 years of traditional values, modern methods, and for service with excellence on every single run. We'll catch you on the flip-flop. Bye-bye.
Saving for your child's education doesn't need to be stressful. Access offers a wide range of investment options to help you and your family's future, like a registered education savings plan. With the flexibility to deposit anytime throughout the year, you decide when and how much to contribute, making it easy to save for your child's education. Contact us today to start your savings plan so you can spend more time celebrating your child's future. Access Credit Union, where you need us to be.
And both teams set ready to go here for the third period. The Graves line out there with Weeb helping out at the point as they got the power play going. Power play unit will be out there for a minute 13 max. Seeing what they can do, and as we talked about power plays, not really doing much in this game as the referees get ready to go here, and them too get themselves back in the game. Off the draw, Carroll's plays that all the way in around behind the net. Sutherland giving chase for the Twisters. Picked up by Weeb. Weeb off a couple sticks and is able to hold the zone. DeGrave puts it down around behind the net. And Van Dyne's couldn't get his stick on it. Off a couple sticks, Sutherland diving at that one. And that puck skips around into the zone off a couple Twister sticks. Into the slot, and the Raiders break that one up. And Humnock makes a nice pass. Here's an opportunity, splitting the D. And gotta go, there's Kuzik, and Enns comes out to play that one. DeGrave on the near side. Back to Weeb. Weeb walking the line. And he'll run into traffic behind the net. Herzwitz gets it out of the zone off a couple sticks now. Bergman working at it. And that's going to do it for the power play. And right off the box, here we go, as we talked about. Seeing this already with good Branson starting the scoring off for the Raiders. And that was here in game 2. Right off the box and onto the board. Raiders couldn't do it that time, but they got 3 if they can really go, as Branson trying to work it to Alexiak, and don't have much more on that one. As Kirkowitz plays it into the zone. And Clark skips that puck all the way down the ice. And bad turnover there, jamming at Twisters. And a couple guys down there on the ice and holding on for a whistle is Savoy at 18:07. So we continue here in this third period. 1-1 game 4. Twisters up in the series 3-0. And a big road win is what they're looking for. Meanwhile, Seven Oaks Raiders trying to stretch this one out. Dendale behind the net. Off a couple sticks. And Hepner plays it in. Off of Guilford behind the net. Dendano plays it to Gerd. Gerd, and he'll clear that one all the way out to Dick. And Dick gets a little bit of a tie-up. Puck knocking off a couple sticks, and the Twisters pick it up. Here the Twisters go 2-on-2 the other way. And Guilford walks in, fires that one, blocker save. Guilford picks up the rebound, fires it in on net. And just wide. Goaltender might have got a piece of that one as Guilford plays it behind the net to Cohen Thomas. All the way back to the point, there's a shot on net. Rebound continues to lay loose as the Twisters work around the Raiders. They'll work it all the way back to the boards. Guilford waits, gets a little bit of a tie up there, and he ran out of space. And Klippenstein's going to go the other way against him and play that all the way in on Enns. Enns plays it off the boards, and Twisters get it out of the zone to Gertzen. Takes a little bit of a shot. Tic-tac-toe play there off of Gabranson, and firing that just wide as Gallagher. On a great opportunity for the Raiders as they work it back. And to the point, and now down low from White. As White can't hold it now at the line. Off a couple sticks to Wood. Wood to Carrolls. Carrolls now works it to Sutherland and into the zone. Gertzen fires that one just wide. Raiders on the far side. And Carroll picks that one off. And Gertson plays it again into the attack zone. Comes right back out. Off of Carroll's stick to Henry. Henry walking in for the Raiders. And that one gets scooped up by a Twister as they play it across. Kirkowitz into his feet. And he'll go into his own zone with that puck. Kirkowitz gets it all the way down the ice. Off a couple sticks. Enns goes out to play that. Plays it nicely off the boards to Joliker. Joliker skating up ice on the far side. Into the zone come the Twisters. Joliker waits back. Into the slot. Twisters put that wide. Gertson behind to Sutherland. Raiders, puck on their stick on the far side. And the Twisters break that one off. Joliker. He'll try and get out there. Sutherland, though, is going for a change. Enns goes behind. He'll leave it for Hepner. Hepner to Joliker. And Joliker misplays that one, trying to get to the grave. And now off a couple sticks. Before Weeb will work it into the zone. Raiders. They'll play it in. A nice move there by Humnock, and with that he'll go into the zone with Osville. Osville all the way across. Dedeo. And he gets taken out right in front of the referee, and they play on. And now the ref's hand goes up, and it's a Raiders penalty. So out of all of that, we'll look at the replay here, see what number they got. They got Osville on the call. And there goes Osville. He goes, sorry, goes a rare come down. Osville gets called right there on. I didn't see the ref signal above the screen there. It's going to be, looks like a cross check or a board. But Osville will go to the box for 2 minutes. Minor. And the Twisters, power play number 2. With 4:34 on of the time of the penalty. Zach gets cleared all the way down.
For number 9, Alex Lascafio, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 5:34.
So Lascafio called on the penalty. Hepner now, he'll walk into the zone. And he'll wait before pulling that one in. Hepner now, he'll wait before pulling that one in. A little bit of a tie-up continues with Gertson and Bergman behind the net. And the Raiders are able to clear it all the way down the ice. Logan Enns plays that behind his net. And Van Dynes cruises through traffic before playing that off the first Raiders skate near him. And with that, the Twisters got to regroup. And again, playing it off the Raiders skate right away. That time, Senechek breaking it up. A minute remaining on the man advantage for Bergman as he'll play that into the zone. Twisters 0 for 1 on their only power play so far. Still working with it. Weave with the help of a couple guys there, and Raiders fans want a trip there called on him as getting a little bit of a tangle up there. Enns leaves that puck behind the net. 30 seconds remaining on the Twisters' man advantage. And that's played all the way in around. Quick shot there by the Twisters, and that doesn't really make it through traffic. 20 seconds to go. Kazuk breaks that up. Off a couple sticks, and Gertson goes through traffic with 10 seconds to go on the man advantage. Raiders, they'll work it around the zone to Kopachak. And Kopachak will clear that, and we're back to even strength. Enns. And that'll get turned over. Kreslitz walks in, fires that one off the high glass. And the Raiders again play it right in off a couple sticks of the Twisters. 12 minutes on the clock. Still working with it. Off the stick there of Klippenstein, and takes a hard hit, and him and Colin Thomas going at it, but the referee We'll let them continue on as the Twisters play it in around behind the net. Gerd getting pinned and watched, and now coming out of the zone, here come the Raiders with 2. And Gabranson plays it off a Twister stick, cuts down, and Alexiak going at it down low with Wood. And again, like I said, the referee continuing to look on in this one as the Twisters walk into the zone. Cohen Thomas play that wide. Henry now behind the net. He'll kick it out to himself. 9 minutes gone in the frame. Henry on the far side, he'll play it in, dodge a hip check from Dick and go behind the net, where Hepner will outrace him to that puck, having the better angle on him, and here comes Hepner now going the other way for the Twisters. He'll leave that back to Paulette, and jumping up to make that save and blocking it away is Savoy. Twisters glove that one down. Hand pass waved off of it. It's played off a Raiders stick and away there in front for the Raiders. They couldn't get a shot away there. They had a great opportunity, but couldn't get their stick on the puck. Skirmish continuing on the near side corner boards, and Bergman lays a nice hit. Hepner now, he'll play back, and White shot through the traffic, and save made by Enns as he regroups. Long stretch pass, Twisters can't hold on to that. It's Paulette. He'll get out of his feet, he'll play that up to Clark. And Clark takes a hard hit. Nice play there by Dandano with the puck. And Gabranson goes the other way. And he gets picked by Van Dynes. Van Dynes plays around behind to Jacob Carrolls. Now to Van Dynes in the back half of this frame. Through traffic goes Sutherland. Hergowitz, he'll play that across to his defensive pairing, and here come the Raiders. Gabranson, they got 3 with Alexiak. Gabranson fires, save, rebound Alexiak. Oh, what a save by Enns on that one. And Enns point blank robs the Raiders Junior Hockey Club's captain on that shot. Sutherland, he'll play it ahead to Gertzen, again a little bit off the mark as Gertzen gets in a tie up there with Alexiak and still working at it. All right, I was with Kuzik. Puck is cleared all the way down. Wood, long stretch pass. Picked up by Kuzik. To Gerd, off his stick to Sutherland. Sutherland plays it ahead. And Twisters going through traffic comes Joliker. Joliker still on the puck. Hard skating by him. And he's able to keep it into the zone to Wood. And that shot just deflected wide. And what a show there as Joliker puts on it. Tries to make a hit there. And again, the bigger man wins that one though this time. Jacob Carroll's long stretch pass to Joliker. Joliker kicks it ahead. Twisters dangerously walk into the zone, and Dandale goes down to block the shooting opportunity. Raiders now working on the defensive zone. Homnock, he'll play that to the side now to Gerd. Long stretch pass. Walking in comes Whiteside, charging the net. Enns holds on. Jamming at it. It's loose, and now Enns will hold on. And Enns took a little bit of a spray after. As it's all fun and games out there. And some friendly game within the game competition. And with that, we'll take a look at the replay of Joliker continuing to skate right through the traffic. Turns it over there, but again, makes a hard play to get it in down low for his teammate for the scoring opportunity. And so as many great opportunities in there off the draw. Again, a bad turnover by the Raiders. Cohen Thomas now going the other way, turns his man inside out, puts it behind the net. And the Twisters put it the other way Cohen Thomas crashed the other way, and the Raiders will pick up that puck. Jamming at that puck now behind the net. And Guilford, he'll play it down low to Carrols. And Carrols walks through the contact. And Lawrence Coe picks up the puck. He has one tonight. Whiteside. He dodges the long forecheck off a twister stick and into the zone. Waiting, Klippenstein, and a great back check by Van Duns. And here come the Twisters. Twisters play it back, quick shot, and a save made. Puck bounces up. Twisters able to try and play that down. As Lawrence Coe going out with Clark is the Bergman. And into the zone come the Twisters with Clark chasing after, as well as Bergman, and Fischek trying to play it out off a couple of sticks and just gets out of the zone before Hepner plays it in off the hit of Gallagher, lays it on him as they make them work for the play. Hepner plays around behind, or Ents plays around behind his net to Hepner, now it gets led on to Clark. And Henry beats them both there and plays it behind the net for the Raiders. Raiders now trying to control of the puck here in the attack zone, though just didn't skate enough to catch up to it. As Poulet, he'll work it to Hepner, long stretch pass trying to find Bergman. Bergman now finds it on his stick for a second momentarily, and here comes Henry. Henry goes the other way, and he puts on the brakes, takes down Dick, fires on net, rebound, goes to the back end, jamming at the loose puck. Corral says shot through traffic, won't go, and the Twisters to the plot of ends, get it out of the zone all the way down. Will have enough for icing? No, it will not. And it totally did. That puck was across the line by the time the referee waved it off. And the Raiders fans and coaches letting the linesmen know that. Into the slot. Twisters fire that just wide. And back to the point for Russell. To Van Dyne's behind the net. Back to Russell. His shot deflected in on net. And Kurlitz will safely play it into his goaltender, who will hold on for a whistle. So the linesman gave one highly to the Twisters. Why? And Twisters making great opportunities there with it, and the referees they got caught out to lunch on that one. They dropped the puck when the Raiders were still on a line change, and I haven't seen that before, especially when it's in their own zone like that. As Humnock and off the draw, working at it, into the slot come the Raiders. Firing on net, that doesn't get through the traffic. Dadale holds the line, circles, his shot through traffic won't go. And Van Dynes can't get it out, that gets gloved down by Hominick, nice play by him. And the Twisters clear that in on net though, so will not be icing. As the Raiders regroup. 4:20 on the clock, and here comes the Twisters. Going through traffic, Hebner walks in. Rebound loose, Twisters jamming out just wide of the net. And the Raiders play that one deep all the way across ice and letting them go for a much needed change as the Twisters work it in off the glass. Hookwassil worked that one around and player lost his stick there. Meanwhile, going the other way come the Raiders, and holding on to the opportunity by Gabranson ends at 3:44. And with that, there's a replay, a bunch of nice saves there, flopping around. It's Savoy keeping the puck out of the net on a couple of Twisters opportunities. As we continue on here in the back quarter of the period, Twisters in their own zone trying to get it out. Kopachak, he'll pick that one up for the Raiders Junior Hockey Club, and he sends that into the netting. So Raiders won't be able to get a change in. And with that, we'll give you a shot update here in the third period. And the Raiders in their third period so far, they got 7 shots. Meanwhile, for the Pembina Valley Twisters, they got a total of 8. Off the draw, hard hit there, opens the door, and a nice play there by the Raiders with the physicality. We've seen a couple of hits like that this season. On the Twisters side, and there the Twisters end up on the receiving side. With 3 to go on the clock, Alexiak plays it back to his defense. And Gabranson plays it into the zone as his captain goes for a change. Same with Kapachak. Kirklatz makes a nice play at the line and plays it in to Senchuk. Sam Senchuk knocked off the puck. Gabranson, and he'll turn that one over, picked off by the Twisters. Twisters going up ice and playing that in is Carrolls. Jacob Carrolls, he'll play it across for the Twisters. Up to Sutherland, and Sutherland blows the tire, couldn't quite get it. And they're going to wave off icing again. And it's the Raiders. Dandale and his team regrouping behind their own zone. And here they walk in with 3. They fire that in. Looks like I hit the side of the net there as the Twisters work it out from behind. 2 to go as Jacob Carrolls gets tied up with Whiteside. And Gertson on the near side goes through traffic. Riley Gertson picks that up. He is assist in tonight's game. And good play there by White to break it up, along with Whiteside. Howden, he'll take a hard hit, and there's a little bit of a takedown there behind the play, and the referee continues at it. Meanwhile, play back by Enns, and Enns gets that out of here. The zone to the grave. Under 90 seconds to go in regulation as the Twisters continue to hold on to that puck as Weed plays it in. Joliker dodges a hit, and he'll pop that puck up, glove down, and DeGrave behind the net plays it into the slot. Joliker couldn't get a stick on that. It's picked up by the Raiders. Here come the Raiders. It's Kuzik going the other way. He gets it knocked off his stick, and Dick lays a nice hit on Kuzik. And into the final 60 seconds of regulation. Could we have another overtime game here in Seven Oaks, or is there going to be a cursed late goal? 44 seconds on the clock. Joliker looking, shot through traffic, rebound in front. And Owen Savoy holds on for a whistle with 36.3 seconds. It's going to show that Raiders hit that popped the door open, but Dick had his own hit, and there's that one there. If I had the technology to show them both to you, I would simultaneously, but I do not. As Xander Carrolls is in on the draw, ready to go with 36 seconds, 36 marks on the clock. Van Dyne says shot through traffic, Twisters jamming it down low and holding on again for a whistle. Savoy with 26.4 seconds. As the Twisters captain Jacob Carrolls comes out, calls Russell off and gets ready to start directing some traffic here as he rolls in and looks for a quick shot off the draw. Colin Thomas deflected just wide by Guilford off the draw. And the Twisters get away with a slash there as Guilford knocks the stick out of a hand of a Raiders. Back now to Carrolls. Carrolls plays that all the way across at the line. And shot through traffic by Van Dyne. Off the mark. Twisters put that off the side of the net. And 2 seconds. There might be some physical end to the frame. Maybe not. And we got overtime coming your way. And these refs getting it here from both fans as they have been a little bit slow to the action here, really letting it go. Been very loose in this one. So overtime again here from the Seven Oaks Sports Complex. And what it will be, has been a great series so far. And as the teams get ready, we'll see who will have going out there. Looks like Van Darns and Carrolls will start on the lines for the Twisters. Sunshine Komnuk and Sunshine Komnuk and Kazik out there, as well as Kupachuk and Kirkowitz out there for the Raiders Junior Hockey Club is what I'm going to put my money on if I was a betting man. And we're ready to go here. Third overtime game of the MMJHL playoffs, second in this series. Kirkowitz, they'll play that in up to Lasvio. It's now back with the puck. And that gets played in by the Raiders. Raiders into the zone. Jamming at that puck. And trying to work it to the point. Nice play there by Paulette to get it out there. Scarletts regroups that one and plays it up to Kuzik. Kuzik to Lasvio. Lasvio gets called to the line or offside. That brings a stoppage in play. 9:24 on the clock here in overtime period number 1. And with that update here for the shots, 7 in the period for the Raiders. They're a total of 19. Meanwhile, for the Twisters, they ended up the period with a total of 11 shots for a total of 34 after regulation. So shot totals for regulation 34-19 in favor of the Pembina Valley Twisters. Twisters controlling dangerously in their own zone here. No shots so far. The goaltenders have not been tested in overtime period. As White gets it right in the slot. Rebound. Jamming at it again, and another save by Ends. 2 quick ones there. And both point blank saves made. I think both, they only put 1 shot on the board, but 2 quick plays there by Ends. As White works it, trying to get to Let's Go, and now White playing it all the way across. Howden a little bit misplayed that, and now skipped over his stick onto Hepner's stick, and to be careful, I played that there. Weed plays it back, and Russell goes for the safety behind his own net. He's going to wait here, and that's going to let Lawrence go for a change, and the Raiders to get their full change in. The lines they want is good. Branson's out there, one of the leading scorers in this series. Twisters now working it up to the grave. The other leading scorer here for the Twisters, and he goes through traffic, and the leading scorer in between these two teams on the Twister side of things, get Branson. He'll work that up. Twisters almost getting late change there, and gets centered in front by Alexiak. Kirkowitz plays it in from the line. And the physicality starts in the corner. Eric Kirkowitz still play around behind the net. Twisters jamming at it. And still working at the bodies. There's Jacob Carroll's good Branson through traffic. Fires that off the mask of Ends and off the glass. And Krutz, long stretch pass off the stick of Gabranson into the zone. 7:18 and ticking here in overtime. Only 1 shot so far registered in overtime for the Raiders, 0 for the Twisters. Lasvio plays it in. Raiders through traffic, and that will end there as the Twisters trying to go the other way. Here comes Sutherland. He'll wait for Gertson to wait up for him. Gertson, he'll play it across into the slot. Back and forth. Sutherland fans on that one. Down, jamming at it. He could get a shot away. And let's see if the Raiders can take it the other way. Hamnock. He'll work it on the near side. And he'll send it all the way down behind the net. Ends plays it to Hepner. Hepner to Carroll's. Who bumps off the hit. Lawrence go. Working with it. To Carroll's. Shot on net, just wide. Twisters find the puck, still in the zone. It did pop out. I thought it didn't think it come outside. Here's a quick look at some of Enza's saves early on in the frame. As a 2-point blank, he also took one off the mask. They say I don't know if the second one really got there on him as they didn't register. They only registered the one. But again, he was right there. Stan call for his team. 6:10 to go here in the first overtime period. Shots in overtime, one apiece for both teams. Jacob Carroll's in on the near side on a hard hit there on Cohen Thomas. And it's a penalty. The puck wasn't there. I think it's going to be an interference. And it is. We'll look at the replay. We'll look at the replay and see where that puck was. And the puck was right there in his skates. It's a tough break for the Raiders. Might have been a little bit early, but that's so close on that one there. So 3:59 into overtime, and it'll be White to the box. Parker White to the box with 2 minutes for interference. Twisters power play number 3 here in overtime. 0 for 2 so far. Weeb waiting to the grave. Back to Weeb. To the grave. Down low. Loose puck in front. Jumping out at the Twisters score. And the Twisters take it in overtime. 2-1. And that will do it for the series on a power play goal. And the Twisters able to get the sweep in. And the Raiders fans protesting on what was definitely a questionable, very close call to say to put it at that to give the Twisters a man advantage, but they're overtime. They're getting the win with the help. And here's a look at the winning goal as they find the back of the net on that one. And Sutherland so as they shake hands and the series comes to a close. In this one, we'll go with your 3 stars. And we'll look at the playoff picture as the Twisters move on, and the Seven Oaks Raiders have, what to say, a bittersweet finish in a game that they played very well, and especially compared to their opponent. But as they'll say in the end, they didn't get the break that they wanted. And with that, we head to the 3 stars in this one. Starting off, your 3rd star from the Seven Oaks Raiders Junior Hockey Club. Kept his team in this one despite getting heavily outshot, and he finished the night off with 34 saves in this one. And from the Seven Oaks Raiders Junior Hockey Club, number 35, Owen Savoy. As the Rock comes in to talk with Tomanek and Alexiak. That will move on to your 2nd star in tonight's game. Player who was working hard out there, found the back of the net in this one to get it started. And with 1 point in tonight's game, your 2nd star from your Penn Valley Twisters, number 9, Brett Bergman. And we'll go moving along to your 1st star in this one. Getting it done in overtime. With 1 goal in tonight's game, the game winner from the Penn Valley Twisters, your 1st star, number 25, Slade Sutherland. And with that, we'll look at the scores around the league and how these teams sit. So the Twisters advance on the sweep with 10 minutes to go in the 3rd period. The Twins are holding on 3-2. and trying to live another day. Meanwhile, the Canucks, they're up 2-1 after 40, and thanks. And they'll try and finish that one off strong in that last period. And with that, we will give you updates on how it looks going forward. And when we have the series ready, we'll be with you for the next game. Until then, I'm your host, Billy Brown, off my cameraman, and signing off. We'll see you at the next Twisters game, possibly Friday in Morse. Don't know exactly, but like I said, when that happens, we'll be with you following the action live. Thanks all the fans from the Seven Oaks Raiders Junior Hockey Club and the Penn Valley Twisters for this great series that we could enjoy, and what, even though it was a sweep, was a very closely contested, at least 3 games, almost all 4 games. And with that, signing off, I'm your host, Barry Brown.